Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. We are going to be working with the Potomac Beads Treasure Edition Winter Luminescence, and we are going to use some of the beading cable that they provided. Thank you, Potomac. We're also going to be using, I want to use these check petal leaves, and then we're going to also need one of the spring clasps from the box. Then I'm going to do something a little different. I am actually going to pull in I'm actually going to pull in some beads from other boxes. So I don't know if I'm just going to use one as a centerpiece or if I'm going to use three. Not sure. I do know that I need a clasp. Then also on the mat, I have a couple of jump rings. These I just recently got. So it was kind of neat that when I got the box that I had just bought these rose gold jump rings. We're going to use some clamshells. I had some of those in my stash and some rose gold crimp beads. I do have some gold out here too because that was the direction I thought I was going in. However, though, since the box had the rose gold, I decided to use the rose gold. Then what else are we going to use? I believe this was from the Ghoulish Goodies, and this is a Montana Blue 8/0 seed bead, and I need those as spacers. Then from the Dark Night, I believe this was from Dark Night. These are some 11/0 seed beads. Those are also going to go in there. Then from Twilight Bloom, we also have, I think these were listed as rondelles, but we're going to use those in between as well, I think, just to give it a little bit more space and structure. So what we're going to do is we are going to open up these 11/0 seed beads, and I love 11/0 seed beads for this reason. They make incredible spacers. I'm going to use them for the rest of the necklace, and then also in between here. Also, when you look, they kind of look rose goldish. Then this Montana Blue is just beautiful. I love it. It has that deep, dark blue. Then I felt that these just added a little bit extra as well and blended in with the pearls. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I am going to work from the spool-ish. What I'm going to do is I am going to place how I think I want this to go. So I'm going to work in the middle here. Then I'm going to trim some off and go from there. Now, I do know that I need at least a bead or two seed beads here. And I'm going to try with two. Oh, I like it with two. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and do two here. And then, because I want some space in between the pearls, I'm going to go ahead and add one of these. I think I'm going to do one. And then add one of those. Maybe two. Let's go ahead and see what two look like. We're going to add this. Now, this is the first time I think I've blended the boxes. And then we're going to do two. Oh, that's so pretty. And then let's just see, because we might need three of those seed beads just to add. I think we need three of the seed beads. Because I want the seed beads to kind of come out. I think, let's just take a peek again. And this is how it's going to. Oh, no, I think two is good. No, two is good. All right, I'm glad I did that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pick up two more. Let's kind of get this angled a little bit better. I'm so glad Potomac included this beading cable because I had just used the last of my other spool. 1, 2. Okay. is so pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay. So that is going to be the center. Now, let's go ahead and add the two. Then let's add 2. And I think I'm going to do this up just a little bit. So then 2, and then 2. And this is a very easy stringing project. So if you are new to beading, this is a great stringing project to get you comfortable with designing. Also, I have a couple of different boxes here that I'm using. And again, with this subscription box, they are beginner friendly. Now you get the box and there's no pattern. It's freeform for you, freeform design. However, though, Potomac Beads does put out 2 to 3 instructional videos that will help guide you. Plus, they have influencers like myself to also publish pictures and videos. I do more videos than I do pictures. And then just to help you along. So these are this is a great beginner friendly subscription box, and it is a subscription box. So there's different subscription levels. There's monthly, which is $39.99. There is quarterly, which saves you about $5 a month, and it's $34.99. The best bang for your buck is annual, and it comes out to being $29.99 per month overall. Okay, so let's see how many. Oh, I got to see how many I have. So I think I want to use, okay, so I've used 2, 4, 6. So I want to make sure that I have 6 for the other side. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so then I have, there we go. So let's do it that way. And then we'll see how long that is. And we can always finish it off with more seed beads. That's why these are so great for spacers. And these Potomac seed beads are amazing. And I want this to be a fairly short necklace. And so once I get these on here, I will check the length. Let's go with 2, 2. Let's get 2 more. I'm loving this little pattern. And again, I had no idea what I was going to do with these. This was pretty much kind of design on the fly. I knew the beads that I wanted to use, but I didn't know how I was going to use them. I honestly thought that I was going to be doing more seed beading up through the rest of this and not bringing in all of these other beads. But that's the way we're going. I should probably get on camera. There we go. All right. Then just follow that same pattern. And then you also just kind of want to give it a little bit of a look as you're going through. To make sure that you have that same pattern going. I'm going to go and check to see how long this is. And I'll be right back. Okay, so this is actually a perfect length. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip back inside my box. And here's why. They included a bead stopper. Okay, so now I need to guess how much, and I don't need, I'm going to be using the clamshells. So I don't need to worry about having enough to go up and around and all over. So I just need to have some. All right, so now let's go ahead and crimp that off, or spacer that off. Not space, what is it? What are they? Oh, I can't remember. Let's look. What are they? Stopper beads, stoppers. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and we will continue on. And we'll go here. Okay, and then we're gonna go 2 blues. 2 of these, they're like gold, but they're almost like a rose gold. Okay. This is a good way also too to see that you're doing your pattern correctly, is by just kind of keeping them at bay here. And so I know that I need to do this. Get crooked, and then I need to do this, and then come back. And this just kind of, like I said, just assures that you're doing things right. Now, I do like, you know, these beads are not the same colors as pearls, but I feel like those beads just go so well with this color scheme of the Montana blue. So pretty. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking of another project. And this video will just be this project. I will not subject you to a very long, because I thought, a very long video, I thought that I would just use one of those pearl petals and then make earrings, but then, no, I don't think so. This is so pretty. I love it. And I just want to keep on making sure. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just always being aware of what your count is. Now, I did not crimp off the other side. So if something changes, or if I want to make it longer or shorter, I can still do so. Okay, so we're just going on. And then here, I'm gonna need a few more of those. Has anyone won or had a golden ticket in your subscription box? Let me know. I want to see what's in those goodies from Potomac. Now, if you're wondering, what do you mean by golden ticket? Well, Potomac Beads takes 5 golden tickets and puts them in individual boxes, just 5 for the treasure edition, then 5 for a kit edition. What is a kit edition, you ask? Well, I'll tell you in just a second. However, though, Potomac will put they will put these tickets, and if you have a golden ticket, you contact them and they will send you a goodie bag, a Potomac goodie bag. And I've never seen one yet. I haven't gone really looking, but okay, so here we have that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and crimp off this end, and I'm going to have some waste. I know. But let's go ahead and put these away first so that you can see everything that I'm doing. This is a nice, easy project that came together. So if you have those 3 bead boxes, those other 3 bead boxes, you are in business. If you don't, you can just use any rondelle or any bead in between, any seed bead. So I used 11-0 and 8-0 and then this bead here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to add my clamshell, and this will just cover up and give it like a little bead-like finish. Then I'm going to add my crimp bead. Now I have more than one crimp bead out here, and the reason why is I am hoping that when I flat crimp that it will be wide enough to get to hold on to that clamshell, and if not, I have more. Okay, so let's give it the tug test. That's not moving. Okay, so I did that. Now I'm going to come in and cut this. Okay, give it the tug test again. Make sure that that crimp bead stays on there. It does. I'm going to go ahead and pull that in, and it's not going anywhere. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and come in, and I'm going to come in with the top part. These are Mighty. Oh, this is the Mighty crimp, standard crimping pliers. And I'm just going to come in because it's a little rounded on top. And I don't want to distort that clamshell. So you just find a tool that is a little rounded on top. It doesn't fit in there perfectly, but it does its job. Now, I'm making this for someone right-handed, so my closure is going to go on this side. Now, I typically will not use, and I think I've been using it more than not here lately, is an open jump ring for a closure. But these are 18, I think 18 gauge, and they're not going anywhere. They will not open up. Okay, and they close up really well. You can't even see the seam. All right, so there's that side. Now let's go ahead and take that off. And what I'm going to do is, I don't want this to be all stiff, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my clamshell, just like so. All right, and bring that to the bottom. I'm going to add my crimp bead. Make sure it's sitting in there nice and tidy. And I want to make sure that there's no gaps, but then yet it's still flowy. And by keeping your necklace like this rather than doing this and crimping, you're assured that it's not going to be all too tight. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's grab that little crimp with the tip of my little crimp bead. Where is it? It's in there. There it is. So I'm going to grab it with the tip of my chain nose pliers, the very tippy tip, and then I'm going to pull that in and give it a squeeze, okay? Do a little bit of tug testing, and it did move a little bit. It's not really, let's see if I can get that down a little bit more. So I opened up the necklace just to give me a little bit more room so that there's no gaps. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come in. There's that there, the end, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I don't have anything else. I feel like I have part of the clamshell. So let's just get that in there. Then we are going to come in with our Mighty crimping pliers. That front well, that's a little rounded, right? And then just close that off. And I feel like I get it, centered enough, sort-of-ish when I do this. If not, just come in and get that all centered up again. I'm seeing double, I think. Then what we're going to do is we are going to open up our next jump ring. I hope this one goes through. This one is even thicker. I think this one's 18 gauge. Yep, it went through. Okay, and now let's get our spring clasp. Oh, I love this. So pretty. And there you have it. Oh, they close up so nice. And there you have our easy peasy necklace using some of the beads from the Winter Luminescence Bead Box Treasure Edition from Potomac Beads. Be sure to check out all the links in the description below. I have a link to the Potomac Beads YouTube channel for your for more inspiration Also, to be sure to like the video, comment, let me know what you think. I love to see what everybody has to say, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.